Good afternoon. I'm Alexander Zabijan. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about a topic that has been ongoing topic since I was in elementary school. Should American students have to wear uniforms? My purpose is to persuade you to agree that requiring all students to wear uniforms will solve many problems facing public school children. I have researched this topic by reading articles that both support the idea of school uniforms and ones that don't. I will be presenting the pros of requiring students in the Clark County Public School District to wear school uniforms. First, I will talk about the economic benefits of requiring school uniforms. According to OccupyTheory.org, in 90% of cases, school uniforms cost less than retailer or brand name clothing. The website About.com states that buying a few school uniforms instead of a whole new school wardrobe every fall is a lot cheaper. The same website claims that school uniforms are designed to stand up to everyday wear and repeated washing, so most parents find that they can get away with buying a few extra. The website GreatSchools.org argues that with all the money a parent saves by not having to buy day-to-day clothes, they can let their children buy a few nicer, more fashionable pieces for weekends. Wearing a uniform 5 days a week might make students appreciate their weekend fashion more. There are some experts who feel that there is no economic benefit to school uniforms. According to ProCon.org, some experts argue that school uniforms increase the amount of clothing a parent will have to buy for their children. However, many websites dispute this argument and claim that cost factor is still significantly less in favor of school uniforms. Research has shown that the amount of money spent on trendy clothes decreases. For those that will argue that low-income families may find that cost of school uniforms can be financially burdened, OccupyTheory.org claims that for families who cannot afford uniforms, most schools offer a financial assistance towards these uniforms. Now that I have discussed the monetary benefits of school uniforms, I will talk about the social benefits of requiring school uniforms. According to ProCon.org, a research organization devoted to critical thinking on topics, school uniforms makes school safer for students because it reduces socioeconomic disparities and encourages children to focus on their studies rather than their clothes. According to OccupyTheory.org, most students feel a sense of relief that they are all dressed the same rather than being judged for not having the newest outfits. The website About.com claims that by having all children dressed in the same, they decrease in bullying and teasing. The same website agrees that in this era of status, brands in high fashion clothing have become the definitive status symbol for children and teens. By evening the playing field with school uniforms, there is less opportunity for children to be picked on. According to LoveToKnow.com, many experts believe that when the entire school body is dressed in uniforms, they develop a stronger team mentality. The same website agrees that non-uniform clothing and fashion often lead to formation of clans in the school environment. Some experts claim that mandatory school uniforms can have the opposite effect of all these benefits. For example, procon.org states that some people contend that wearing school uniforms makes students a target for bullies from other schools because these bullies can easily identify students as not belonging to a particular school. They may also argue that school uniforms can prohibit a student from individuality with their own style. However, procon.org argues that children can experiment with their own style at home and after school. Another benefit of wearing school uniforms is that students feel a sense of belonging, which has a positive effect on a student's behavior. According to About.com, educators and experts believe that uniforms contribute positive to students' behavior. They believe that when students wear uniforms, they feel more professional and behave accordingly. Many educators believe that students can become distracted by fashion trends and status symbols. According to theory.org, it has been proven that students dressed in uniforms have improved attention in class. According to the same website, instead of focusing on outside influences such as brand names in clothing, slogans on clothing, or revealing clothing, students are able to concentrate better and see each other as equals. According to LoveToKnow.com, a study done by Notre Dame showed a statistical elevation in student performance among students who wore uniforms versus the traditional school attire. According to GreatSchools.org, the U.S. Department of Education maintains that mandatory use of standardized dress reduces violence with the school and increases achievement. Some websites like GreatSchools.com offer the argument that school uniforms are simply a band-aid on the issue of school violence. However, a band-aid or not, school uniforms still have been proven to be a positive impact on reducing school violence. Another benefit of wearing uniforms is getting ready in the morning is easier for both parents and students. According to About.com, where there's no debate on what a student is allowed to wear to school, the morning becomes easier for the parents and the kids. According to the same website, when everyone knows exactly what to wear, there is a decrease in morning arguments. According to Theory.com, since many children find it hard to get up in the morning and get ready for school, having a uniform reduces the time they spend trying to pick out clothes in the morning. According to the same website, this also allows more time for breakfast and getting to know your family better. Finally, I would like to discuss how school uniforms allow for better dress code control. According to About.com, schools without school uniform policies still have rules on what clothes is and is not allowed in school. The same website argues that without a dress code, teachers and administration must monitor the students' attire. According to procon.org, this takes away time from teaching and learning. According to the same website, this would all be avoidable if all students were in uniforms. In conclusion, I would like you to consider making school uniforms mandatory in Clark County School District. I discussed the economic, social, and behavioral pros of making school uniforms mandatory. Shouldn't we put an end to the great debate and allow families, schools to get back to teaching rather than arguing about outfits to what to wear to school? Thank you. This is Alex Evision.